What's up YouTube, 12 Virus here with another figure review, and this time I will be reviewing the Dragon Stars Bardock. Here is his lovely face, scar and all, and it feels like the scar is actually sculpted into the face, or it feels like it anyways. I'm not entirely sure, but it seems like it is. And I'm really glad they did the back of the bandana. I was worried they weren't going to, but I really love that. Or, if you all know what it is, it's actually like a piece of cloth that he ended up soaking with his blood and then made it into the bandana. So that's really neat. So, let's get into articulation. His head can look up that far, down that far, a little bit of side to side, and then the chicken neck doesn't really do much of anything on this figure. You can go back, forward, so not too much. His arm can go about that far, down, rotate all the way around, bicep swivel, double joint elbows, hinge at the wrist, like so, rotation, and of course he came with two of these open hands, and then two fisted hands as well, and then not really much articulation there at the waist, and of course he can pop apart. Remove that piece if you wanted to, or needed the top or bottom for a custom, you could do so. Then you just push really hard to pop them back together, and then you can kick out that far, back, out to the side, double joint knees for that much, hinge at the foot, they can rotate all the way around, and I really like how the tail is actually a separate piece. Of course, as you saw when I removed this piece right here, I removed that, and so then you can see that the tail, of course, is a separate piece, which is really neat, and he's really a sweet figure. So, for some comparisons, we have the Dragon Stars exclusive Broly, which of course is bigger. And then we have the Dragon Stars First Form Frieza, which is shorter, not by too much though. And then we have the SH Figuarts Frieza, who's quite a bit smaller. He has to look up like, wow. And then we have the Figuarts Broly, full power, and then Goku and Baby Gohan, who are shorter, SH Figuarts, and then Jax, Baby Gohan, I think it was Jax. And then we have the First Form Frieza by Erwin, who is smaller. And then we have the Jax First Form Frieza, who's smaller as well. I really like the way those two look together. They look great. And then we have the AB Toys Bardock. So, pretty sure the first ever Bardock ever made. And besides him, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, there were only two other ones which were by Jax. There was one that was amazing and he was battle damaged, and then there was another one that was basically a repaint of, I think it was Raditz if I remember correctly. They used the Raditz body and just repainted it and resculpted a little bit of pieces here and there, and then used a Goku head, or they may have resculpted a whole new head. I'm not entirely sure, or I could be completely wrong and he wasn't a reuse of anybody, but I'm pretty sure he was. And then of course there is the, I don't remember if it's out yet or not, but there will be the figurized Bardock. But those two look great together as well, past and present. This one has a little bit of dust, need to clean off of him. And the only gripe I really have about the figure is, as you can kind of see here, the wristbands are smaller, which I'm pretty sure they should be. They should be bigger than Goku's, but smaller than they are on this figure, so they should come to about here, maybe a little bit longer. So just take off a little bit and they would have been a lot better in my opinion, but that's just me. So for measurements, he is approximately, to the top of the back of the hair, he's about, looks like 6 3/4, a little bit less. And then the top of the forehead, he's about 5 3/8, around about there. Then shoulder to shoulder, he is about 2 1/4 inches. So pretty good size, all in all. Thank you guys for watching. This has been 12 Virus and Bardock signing out.